Before anything else, take a moment to feel this truth settle into your chest. Your life will not be defined by what happens to you, but by how you respond. And if you're ready to master that response, to take full control of your mind and emotions, then you're in the right place. Subscribe to this channel right now, because what you're about to hear can change how you face pressure, pain, and every challenge that stands in your way. There is a quiet power within you, a calm center that no storm can touch. But most people never discover it. They rush, they react, they panic, they let emotions drag them into chaos. And in that chaos, they lose control of the decisions, their focus, and ultimately, their lives. The Stoics understood something different. They knew that calm is not weakness. It is strength in its purest form. It is control when everything around you demands that you lose it. Pressure is not your enemy. It is your test. Every moment of stress is asking you one simple question. Will you be ruled by your emotions, or will you rise above them? Most people fail this test without even realizing it. They blame the world, blame circumstances, blame other people. But the Stoic does not blame. The Stoic observes, accepts, and acts with intention. You must understand this deeply. Your emotions are not commands. They are signals. They are suggestions. You can feel anger and still choose patience. You can feel fear and still choose courage. You can feel pressure and still choose clarity. That is the foundation of emotional control. Not the absence of emotion, but the mastery of it. Imagine yourself in a moment of intense pressure. Your heart is racing, your mind is spinning, everything feels urgent. This is where most people collapse. They rush decisions. They speak without thinking. They act without control. But you pause. You breathe. You create space between what you feel and what you do, and in that space, you take back your power. This is not something you are born with. It is something you train. Just like the body grows stronger through resistance, your mind grows stronger through pressure. Every difficult moment is an opportunity to practice discipline. Every emotional surge is a chance to prove to yourself that you are in control. Discipline is not punishment. It is freedom. It is the ability to choose your actions instead of being driven by impulse. It is waking up when you don't feel like it, staying focused when distractions call, remaining calm when others lose their minds. Discipline builds a version of you that cannot be easily shaken. There will be days when everything feels heavy. Days when your energy is low, your motivation disappears, and your emotions feel overwhelming. This is where most people give up. They wait to feel ready. But the Stoic does not wait for feelings. The Stoic acts regardless of them. Because action creates strength, not the other way around. You must detach yourself from the illusion that life should always feel comfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. Control is uncomfortable. Staying calm when everything inside you wants to explode. That is uncomfortable. But that discomfort is where your power is forged. Think about the last time you lost control. Maybe you reacted in anger, said something you regret, made a decision under pressure that didn't serve you. Now imagine that same moment, but this time you are calm. You are grounded. You are aware. That single difference changes everything. Your words change. Your actions change. Your outcome changes. This is why emotional control is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. It affects every part of your life. Your relationships, your work, your goals, your peace of mind. When you control your emotions, you control your direction. The Stoics practiced something powerful. They would prepare themselves for difficulty before it arrived. They would imagine challenges, setbacks, criticism, failure. Not to become negative, but to become ready. When you expect hardship, it does not shock you. It does not break you. You meet it with calm and clarity. You must stop seeing pressure as something to avoid. Pressure is where your true self is revealed. Anyone can be calm when things are easy. Anyone can be focused when there are no distractions. But under pressure, that is where your discipline is tested. There is a silent strength in staying composed while others panic. People will notice it, they may not understand it, but they will feel it because calmness is rare. It stands out in a world full of noise and reaction. Your mind will try to trick you. It will tell you that you need to react quickly, that you need to defend yourself, that you need to prove something. But most of the time, the best response is no response. The best action is a measured one. The best decision is made in stillness, not chaos. Learn to observe your thoughts without immediately believing them. Just because you think something does not mean it is true. Just because you feel something does not mean you must act on it. This awareness creates distance. And in that distance, you gain control. Productivity is not just about doing more. It is about doing what matters, with focus and intention. When your emotions are unstable, your productivity suffers. You get distracted, you procrastinate, you avoid. But when you are calm, your mind becomes sharp. Your actions become deliberate. You don't need more time. You need more control over how you use it. Emotional discipline allows you to stay focused even when you don't feel like it. It allows you to push forward even when it's hard. It allows you to finish what you start. There will always be distractions. There will always be noise. But your ability to remain centered in the middle of that noise is what separates you from the rest. Most people chase motivation. You must build discipline. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you are strengthening your mind. Every time you stay focused under pressure, you are building resilience. Every time you control your reaction, you are becoming more powerful. This is not about perfection. You will still have moments where you lose control. You will still feel overwhelmed at times. But what matters is that you become aware of it, that you learn from it, that you improve. Progress, not perfection. The Stoic path is not easy, but it is simple. Focus on what you can control. Accept what you cannot. Act with intention. Remain calm. Stay disciplined. Repeat this every day, in every situation. You must also protect your energy. Not every argument deserves your attention. Not every opinion deserves your reaction. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is walk away. Silence is strength when used wisely. When you stop reacting to everything, you begin to see clearly. You begin to think deeply. You begin to act strategically. This is how you move from being controlled by life to being in control of it. Imagine a version of yourself that cannot be easily shaken. A version of you that remains calm in chaos, focused under pressure, disciplined in action. That version of you is not far away. It is built through daily practice. You build it in the small moments. Choosing focus over distraction. Choosing patience over anger. Choosing discipline over comfort. These small decisions compound over time into something powerful. Do not underestimate the power of consistency. It is not what you do once that defines you, but but what you do repeatedly. Discipline is built daily. Emotional control is practiced daily. When you feel pressure rising, remember this: you have a choice. You can react, or you can respond. You can lose control, or you can take control. That choice defines everything, and as you continue this journey, you will notice something change within you. The things that once disturbed you will lose their power. The situations that once overwhelmed you will feel manageable. You will become stronger, calmer, more focused. This is the reward of discipline. This is the power of emotional control. If this message resonates with you, if you are ready to take control of your mind and your life, then subscribe to this channel. Because this is just the beginning. You are not here to live a reactive life. You are here to live with purpose, with clarity, with strength. Stay calm. Stay disciplined. And never forget, the greatest power you will ever have is the ability to control yourself. In the end, everything returns to one simple truth: you cannot control the world, but you can control yourself. And that changes everything. When you master your reactions, you take away the power that chaos once had over you. Pressure no longer breaks you, it sharpens you. Challenges no longer stop you, they shape you. And emotions no longer control your life, they become tools you understand and guide with quiet strength. There is something deeply powerful about a person who remains calm when everything around them is falling apart. Not because they feel nothing, but because they have trained themselves to rise above what they feel. That is the path of discipline. That is the path of emotional control. And that is the path that leads to true freedom. So as you move forward from this moment, remember this. Every situation is an opportunity. Every moment of pressure is a chance to practice. Every emotional wave is a test of your control. And each time you choose calm over chaos, you are building a version of yourself that cannot be shaken. Stay patient with yourself. Stay committed to the process. You are not trying to become perfect, you are becoming stronger, wiser, and more in control with every step you take. If this message spoke to you, if you are ready to build unshakable discipline and take full control of your life, then subscribe to this channel right now. Join a community that chooses strength over weakness, clarity over confusion, and purpose over distraction. Keep going, stay calm, stay focused, and remember, the strongest person in the room is always the one who has mastered themselves. In conclusion, remember this: your greatest power lies not in controlling the world around you, but in mastering what happens within you. When you learn to stay calm under pressure, to remain disciplined when it's difficult, and to act with clarity instead of emotion, you rise above the noise that holds most people back. This is how you become unstoppable, not by force, but by control. If this message resonated with you and you're ready to build that level of discipline and emotional strength, then subscribe to this channel right now. Join a community committed to growth, focus,